Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. You can't see my face, or I can't see my face. There we go. Let's do it this way. This is Mr. Mitchell coming at you live. Starting today, Monday, we're going to be able to chat and we're going to be able to do stuff through Google Meet. I will show you how to work that later. But for now, the people who still don't want to, I have a little bit of a story here that I would like to read for you called Des Records Canadiens. The unit that we should be learning right now and that some people are probably working on for their critical thinking task number 2, which is how to best teach a story or how to best teach a unit. You might choose something like this for your story. Des records canadiens, these are records, Canadian records for different types of animals. And for both grade 4 and grade 5, there are some animal questions or some animal topics. One is pets and the other one is zoo animals. These are going to be other kinds of wild animals from Canada, but I thought I would try this out and see how it's going. You're not going to be able to comment as usual because anytime you post things for kids, you're supposed to disable the comments. But if you do want to comment in Google Classroom, you most definitely can. So here we go. Just pretend you're sitting at home. Well, you are sitting at home. Pretend we're sitting in class. Mr. Mitchell's reading a story to you. Des records canadiens par Deborah Pearson. Okay, traduit et adapté par Joanne Proulx. Okay, and this is about life in Canada, vivre au Canada. Anytime you're reading something, you want to know the reason why. So here's the big ideas. Il y a différentes régions au Canada. Okay, there's different regions in Canada. If you're in grade 4, that's what you're working on. Les animaux ont des caractéristiques distinctes selon la région où ils vivent. So different animals have different characteristics specific to which regions that they live in. Okay, that's habitats. Again, grade 2, I think we're going to learn grade 3 maybe. Les animaux canadiens ont des diverses caractéristiques qui leur permettent de survivre. This is awesome. Canadian animals have special characteristics that lets them survive in Canada. I'm just going to look down here. Embed webcam. Oh, there's a webcam. Okay, on that bow. Nah, I can turn it off. Let's see this. I can write on here. Ooh. All right, but we're not going to do that right now. We are going to continue. Oh, that's not good. I need to erase that. See, everybody, you are learning, and Mr. Mitchell is learning too. Number 1, I'm learning don't do this when you are drawing. It's snowing outside. Is it snowing outside at your house? Let's see if I can draw on me. No, I can't draw on me. All right, here we go. Des records canadiens. Table des matières. So, les plus gros animaux terrestres, le plus petit mammifère, les plus petits oiseaux, les animaux terrestres les plus rapides, des vols de longue distance et des grands voyageurs. Okay, so le plus gros. We've been talking about this kind of language before. Plus means more and gros means big. Okay, so biggest, the more big, which means the biggest animals, terrestre. Terre means earth. Can I highlight stuff? Oh, I guess so, in purple. There you go. So terrestre means earth. So the biggest land animals. Okay, les animaux les plus petits mammifères. Again, more small. Mammifère is mammals. Okay, so the smallest mammals. Les plus petits oiseaux. We just learned that. This means the smallest. Oiseau. We also learned earlier, oiseau is birds. So here we have mammals, birds. Terrestre, we just learned up top, means land. So les animaux terrestres le plus rapide, the more fast. So in English, it would be the fastest land animals. Des vols de longue distance. Okay, longue distance. That sounds kind of like English. Long distance. Vol. Vol means to fly. Okay, so who can fly the farthest, the longest? And here we have de grands voyageurs. So again, grand means big. Voyageur, you might know the word voyageur from voyage, big trip. Who goes far? All right, here we go. Long introduction, wasn't that? So in your comments say, Mr. Mitchell, please don't do such a long introduction. But I'm sitting here by myself and I'm bored, so it's going to be a long video. Voici des animaux canadiens. Chacun était un record. C'est l'animal le plus gros ou le plus petit ou le plus rapide du Canada. Tu veux en savoir plus? Lis ce qui suit. So suit, this is the verb to follow, suivre. Okay? And this is the important part for you guys. Even if you don't understand any of the rest, even though you should know plus grand, plus petit, because we've talked about that a lot, okay, you should be really taking note of the names of the animals, okay? So here we have very simply un loup. Un loup, obviously you can guess it's a wolf, okay? Des marmottes de l'île de Vancouver. So marmotte, in English we can say marmots, but sometimes we call them groundhogs, all right? So de l'île de Vancouver, these are from Vancouver Island. So I'm guessing that there's a specific special species that lives only in that one place. Here we have, everybody knows, an orignal. Orignal, this is obviously a moose. A cougar, well, it's the same word in English, right? A cougar. L'écureuil volant du Nord. Wow, this is the flying squirrel of the North. I didn't know we had flying squirrels in Canada. I know they exist, but I didn't know we had them here. Okay, so le plus gros animal terrestre. We already talked about that, so we're not going to go. Le bison, so here we go. This is the animal we're talking about. Le bison des bois est le plus gros animal terrestre du Canada. Le mâle peut peser jusqu'à 1000 kilogrammes. So peser, this means to weigh. Okay, so it can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms. Les animaux suivants vivent dans l'ouest et le nord du Canada. So these animals obviously live in the, two more words that we should already know, the west or the north of Canada. Based on that, would we have them here? I don't think so. So, le bison, sa hauteur, that's how tall it is, sa hauteur, sa longueur, how long it is. Okay, so bison, orignal, caribou. So, bison is 2 meters, but its length is 3.8. Orignal, 2.1 meters, but its length is 3.2. And caribou, which is another kind of a deer. These are all from the deer family, the moose and the caribou. The moose is obviously the biggest. Caribou is 1.5 meters, 1.5 mètres, and 2.1 mètres. Just remember that in French, we use a comma, virgule, instead of a decimal point in between measurements, okay? And money as well. So, un caribou, un orignal, un bison. Le savais-tu? So, this always are, hey, did you know? Même s'il est trop gros, le bison peut sauter près de 2 mètres de sa hauteur. Wow. Can jump 2 meters high. Les plus petits mammifères. La musaraigne pygmée est le plus petit mammifère du Canada. Elle mesure seulement 10 cm du nez au bout de la queue. So the picture is actually, where is it? There it is. On this side, because in a real book, these pages would be side by side. La musaraigne pygmée vit dans l'Est canadien. Les animaux suivants sont les plus petits mammifères du Canada. So again, I'm never going to tell you what that means. Plus petit mammifère. Mammifère, we already talked about. Plus petit, we already talked about. And I think you can infer by looking at the pictures. So we have l'écureuil volant du Nord, marmotte de l'île du Vancouver, une chauve-souris brune. Okay, and here we have son poids. That means how much they weigh, and sa longueur, right? How long they are. And you can read those on your own. Le savais-tu? Le musaraigne pygmée mange tout le temps. Elle mange le jour et la nuit. Si elle arrête de manger pendant 1 heure, elle peut mourir de faim. Wow, that's crazy. So it has to eat tout le temps. All the time. It eats dans le jour, which we already know, et la nuit, the opposite of jour. You should know that one too. Si elle arrête, if it stops, manger, 1 heure, 1 hour, Elle peut mourir. This is a verb we did not learn, the verb to die. It can die of hunger. So I'm leaving out some words because I feel you should know them or you should be looking them up because you should know them already. Okay, le plus petit oiseau, les plus petits oiseaux, le corbeau calliope est le plus petit oiseau du Canada. Il est encore plus petit que la musaraignée pygmée. Les œufs de la femelle sont plus petits qu'une tomate cerise. Les petits oiseaux suivants vivent dans l'Alberta et en Colombie-Britannique. Wow. Colombie-Britannique, Alberta is obviously the same. British Columbia. Okay? So here, these little birds are super small, 2.5 grams. That weighs really nothing. Look up other things that weigh 2.5 grams, 2.5 grammes. So here we have le chardonneret jaune, le mésange à tête noire, kind of looks like a chickadee. Mésange boréal, maybe they are different types of chickadees. And here is le colibri calliope, which obviously is some kind of hummingbird. Le savais-tu que le colibri calliope aime vivre dans les montagnes? Il voyage sur de longues distances. Awesome. Les animaux terrestres le plus rapides. L'antilope d'Amérique est l'animal terrestre le plus rapide du Canada. Elle peut courir aussi vite qu'une voiture sur l'autoroute. Le guépard est le mammifère le plus rapide au monde. Les animaux suivants vivent en Saskatchewan et Alberta. So there you go. The fastest land animals in Canada all live in Alberta and Saskatchewan. And the fastest one is l'antilope de l'Amérique. Okay? So, un lièvre d'Amérique. This is an American hare. Cougar. Renard gris. Fox. And here we have the antelope. Wow. I didn't even know we had things like this in Canada. This looks more like the kind of deer species, the antelope, that they do have in Africa. I'm going to let you pause and read this one yourself. Okay, you're done pausing and reading. La sterne arctique est un oiseau canadien. Elle détient le record de la plus grande distance de migration. En été, les oiseaux migrateurs suivent vivant dans le nord du Canada. L'hiver, ils vont en Antarctique. La sterne arctique parcourt le plus de 40 000 kilomètres lors de sa migration. Okay, so la distance parcourue par année. This is like how far these animals migrate. Okay, how many kilometers they do per year? 40 000, 29 000, 16 000, 4.8 000. Le bernache. This was in the other story we were reading. This is a Canada goose. Okay, corbeille. We just learned that is a kind of hummingbird. Bécasseau. I have no idea. Oh, there it is right there, the Bécasseau. So these are kind of pipers. And le sterne arctique. Nice. Did you know? Elle peut vivre jusqu'à 24 ans. Most of you are 9 or 10 ans. Maybe some are turning 11 ans right now. But this bird can be 34 ans. Des grands voyageurs. Le caribou parcourt la plus longue distance sur Terre. Les animaux suivants vivent dans le nord du Canada. Ils vivent dans la toundra, pour une partie de l'année. L'autre partie, ils vivent au sud de la toundra. Pendant la migration, ils parcourent environ 4000 kilomètres. So the other ones, they do more distance because they can fly. These ones do about 4,000 during their migration. Cougar and le caribou. All right, so caribou winner by a long shot. Lequel de ces animaux vit dans ta région? Which one of these animals live in our region? I would like you to post that in the comments below. Which one you think? C'est le loup, okay? L'oiseau, le caribou, bernache. Okay, and here's some more questions you might want to answer if you are bored. This video is probably super long, so I'm going to stop it now. And I want to thank you for our first meeting using this platform, and hopefully we'll be doing some more videos like this to help you out with some instruction.